Robert back here, Bluegrass Bushcraft. Back here in my shop again today. As y'all can see, I'm wearing my fancy duds. Don't make fun of them because that's my shop clothes. But anyway, today we're going to disassemble and refinish. Well, not all today, but we're going to start on Mosin Nagant. Strip it down, disassemble, get the stripper on this video anyway at least. So let's get started. Okay, what I've already done a couple of months ago, didn't show, which I showed you before, but this bolt, this camera's junk. Anyway, this bolt was really rough. I mean, it had tool marks all over it. I mean, it wasn't finished at all. I spent a lot of time polishing on this bolt. Still got a long ways to go. I've got it 90% better than what it was. So I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. I didn't do any of that on video. Do that one-handed. But I don't know how good that's showing up on camera, but I was really tickled with the way it's turning out. So I still got a long ways to go on it, but it's 90% better. You got to be. But I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not. Anyway, I'm Mosin. It's got all the matching numbers. Same numbers on the receiver, the bolt. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was even on the stock. Can't remember where. Or maybe that was just my AK that was on the stock. I can't remember. But there it's on the butt plate there. It's got the same number. Anyway, let's get you here on the tripod and let's get to disassembling this thing. First of all, let's just remove the bayonet. Get it off to the side. Remove the cleaning rod. I'm going to remove the sling. I'll put these little leather straps back down so that I don't misplace them. So I'm good for misplacing stuff. Get up here on a nail. Alright. First of all, slide off these retaining rings. Not sure if that's the proper name for them, but it's what they do. It's what I'm calling them. Just mashing on that little spring clip, and it's kind of tight, but pull them off. And you can just remove the little top cover. Y'all can see this thing is pretty well eat up. The wood's in pretty good shape, but the finishes, I mean, it's gone on it. I mean, it's chipping away. So it's got to be redone. Anyway, to remove these little spring clips, you turn the gun over on the back side, which if you never took your gun apart before, this hole will probably be filled full of cosmoline and you can't see it, but you just have a small indentation. If you just take a little finishing nail or anything that size, you can push into that hole from the back side. Get in there and then lay it on the table and just mash down the gun and the spring will come out. Same thing on the back one. Put them in my little magnetic tray back there so I don't lose them. I'll just be using the tool that comes with the gun. First of all, I'll remove this bottom screw right here. And I'll remove the one up here behind the receiver. That just slides right out of the bottom. You get those two screws out. Take that off to the side. If I didn't miss anything, the barrel and assembly should slide right out. Pretty simple strip down. Got the little metal pieces in here. They're kind of bent, crimped in there. Pry on them here just a second if I get something under it, but I don't want to damage them, so I may just leave those in there. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave these little pieces in here. I don't think it'll hurt it. That stain will not stick to that metal. It's like it's got cosmoline built up on it there, but the stain's not going to stick to it, and the oil I can just wipe back off. This leaves the little, I guess that's in there, I don't know the name of it, I guess it's in there for support, but it leaves that. I got a trick for taking that out. I've watched several videos of refinishing these things, and I've seen a few people leave this in here. I guess, I don't know if it's they didn't know how to take it out or didn't have the tool or whatever, but I've come up with a really simple tool to make. Do it yourself. You've all seen these little universal trigger locks before that comes with a gun when you buy them. I've got a ton of these things laying around. In my store where I buy my guns, they make sure they give you one with every gun purchase. It automatically comes on the gun. But the little key that comes with them, I mean, it is almost daggone perfect for fitting the two holes in there with very little modification. Which myself, I used see it there, my little belt sander, because it was just quicker. But I mean, it can be done with a file. Don't take much. I mean, I just filed a little bit off the edges so that it didn't cut into my wood, so it didn't rub the wood, and I just had to file just a little bit off the inside of the keys just to make it line up with the key holes in this, and it worked perfect. So it's very easy to turn that out now. So I probably should have done that before I took the barrel and stuff off. It made it a little easier, but it's still coming loose. First time, it's probably best to leave the barrel in there because that gives it something to bite onto. that leaves the butt plate. Two screws holding that on, very simple. Go ahead and bolt back in there. Set this out of the way. One more little metal piece here on the end. I didn't see that. Let's get it off there. I never took that off before. I didn't even realize it was there. Just thought that was part of the wood. Really small screw holding that in. Slides right out. Very simple. Screw and go ahead and thread that back in there. Just make sure I don't lose it. Now these brass pieces on the end of this top cover, I think I'm going to leave them on there too, because I think I'm afraid it'll bend them trying to take them off there, and I don't want to do that. But like I said, I don't think that stain will stick to it, and I can wipe the oil right back off. Hopefully the stripper won't hurt it. I don't think it will. We'll just have to cross our fingers and wait and see. Should have already had this shook up. See how much of this stripper I have left. Melissa found out I had a can of stripper out here, so she's already got a honeydew project for me. If I don't use all of it on this, cross my fingers. This has got plenty. I used it on the SKS, but didn't use much. It's still about full, so in my opinion, that's probably plenty left for Melissa's project. Forgot my gloves again. I've had this box of gloves so long they're starting to dry rot on me. And then pop apart. It's okay, we're just going to be using the fingers anyway. Plenty on there. One thing you got to watch about using this spray stripper is it sprays out of there really quick and it splatters. And I had a little bit splatter up here on the tender part of my arm, boy, it really burns. Using the brush kind, it's a little less splattering going on there. I honestly don't know if I've been in camera frame there. Sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention. I already see it starting to do something there. Just rubbing it with my glove. It's already bringing the finish off pretty good. That wood is a lot lighter color under there. Spray it on the handle of my saw there, it wouldn't be no good. Off there before it starts eating into that plastic. You see there where the brown finish or cosmoline, whatever it is already running off there, getting on the tin. Alright, let's make this into part 1. I'll come back in about 20-30 minutes and let you see the progress. Start scrubbing on this thing a little bit, maybe put a second coat of stripper, we'll see. Alright, y'all know the routine: like, share, subscribe.